Hi everyone, this is Bray from Bray Rock Games. It's been a while, it's good to see you again. We're now an official Steamworks developer partner, so we can bring all our visual novels from Wii U over to Steam. Now what are visual novels? They're audiobooks with sometimes pictures and animations. We're really eager to show you what we've been working on. Each visual novel has been rebuilt from the ground up. So even if you read them before, I think it's worthwhile to check them out again. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Oh wait, is that? It is. It's Maisie. Maisie is from our first visual novel. Did you come to check out the new trailer? Awesome. Let's watch it together.
In a great wide forest, full of beautiful trees, and green glades, and thorny thickets, there lived, a long time ago, a woodcutter and his wife, who had only one child, a little girl. She was so pretty and so good that the sun seemed to shine more brightly when its light fell upon her rosy little face, and the birds would seem to sing more sweetly when she was passing by. Her real name was Maisie, but the neighbors round about all called her Little Red Riding Hood, because of a scarlet riding hood and cloak that her kind old grandmother had made for her, and which she nearly always wore. Here's a to-do. Farmer Hodge has this very minute told me that he hears your granny isn't quite well, and I can't leave the cheese-making this morning for love or money. Do you go, my dear, and find out how she is, and, stay, take her this little pot of sweet fresh butter, and these 2 new-laid eggs, and these nice tasty pasties. Maybe they'll tempt her to eat a bit. Here's your basket, and don't be too long away, honey. For where 2 cross paths divided, there sat a big gray wolf, licking his long paws, and looking sharply about him. Good morning, Red Riding Hood. Good morning, Mr. Wolf. Why, then, I do believe she's a very dear old friend of mine, whom I have not seen for years and years. Now, I'll tell you what I'll do, you and I. I will go by this way, and you shall take that, and whoever gets there first shall be the winner of the game.
Wow, that was awesome. Maisie had to go. But before moving on, Red Riding Hood has 2 different paths. Each path contains one of the original sources of Red Riding Hood, because Red Riding Hood has been remade a lot over the years. But at least you'll be able to see 2 of the original endings if you read our story. Now then, what else have we been up to? What the? What? What? Who put this rock here? I wish someone would take it away.
And the mountain spirit answered, Your wish is heard.
Whoa. Ow. Smoke. Wait. It's the Stonecutter. Been a while. The Stonecutter is our second visual novel. Feedback from our first visual novel was good. Fans wanted more paths, so the Stonecutter is loaded with more paths, and it's slightly longer than Red Riding Hood. my first visual novel. Let's check out the trailer. You ready? Here we go.
Once upon a time there lived a stonecutter who went out every day to a great rock in the side of a big mountain and cut out slabs for gravestones or for houses. Now in the mountain dwelt a spirit, which now and then appeared to men, and helped them in many ways to become rich and prosperous. Oh, if only I were a rich man, and could sleep in a bed with silken curtains and golden tassels, how happy I should be. And a voice answered him, "Your wish is heard, a rich man you shall be." But when he reached the little house where he lived, he stood still with amazement. For instead of his wooden hut was a stately palace, filled with splendid furniture, and most splendid of all was the bed, in every respect like the one he had envied. He was nearly beside himself with joy, and in his new life the old one was soon forgotten. Oh, if I were only the sun! And the mountain spirit answered, "Your wish is heard, the sun you shall be." And the sun he was, and felt himself proud in his power. He burnt up the grass in the fields and scorched the faces of princes. And a cloud he was, and lay between the sun and the earth. He caught the sun's beams and held them, and to his joy the earth grew green again, and flowers blossomed.
That was really nice to see. The stonecutter origin is mixed either between ancient Japan or ancient Chinese. It seems like it's up to debate about where exactly it originated from. So, it is a good story that has been remade so many times, but while our version of the stonecutter is not the true original one, it's one of the older versions of the classic tale. If you've never heard of the stonecutter and you like learning about other cultures, I think it's worth checking out. Whoa, it's a white rabbit. Hey, it's good to see you. It's been a while. You mind getting Alice for me? Awesome, thank you. You should be right. Whoa, dang, you're huge. Probably shouldn't say that. Let's watch the next trailer. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Where shall I begin, please, Your Majesty?
Begin at the beginning and go on till you come to the end. Then stop.
Alice was beginning to get very tired of sitting by her sister on the bank, and of having nothing to do. Once or twice she had peeped into the book her sister was reading, but it had no pictures or conversations in it.
And what is the use of a book,
Thought Alice,
without pictures or conversation?
Oh dear, I shall be late.
Alice started to her feet, for it flashed across her mind that she had never before seen a rabbit with either a waistcoat pocket or a watch to take out of it. And burning with curiosity, she ran across the field after it, so suddenly that Alice had not a moment to think about stopping herself, before she found herself falling down a very deep well. Either the well was very deep, or she fell very slowly, for she had plenty of time as she went down to look about her, and to wonder what was going to happen next. First she tried to look down and make out what she was coming to, but it was too dark to see anything.
Beautiful soup, so rich and green, waiting in a hot tureen. Who for such dainties would not stoop? Soup of the evening, beautiful soup.
Phew! Speak roughly to your little boy and bid him when he sneezes. He only does it to annoy because he knows it teases. Wow, wow, wow.
Wow.
While the Duchess sang the second verse of the song, she kept tossing the baby violently up and down, and the poor little thing howled so that Alice could hardly hear the words. Alice's great surprise, the Duchess's voice died away, even in the middle of her favourite word, moral, and the arm that was linked into hers began to tremble. Alice looked up, and there stood the Queen in front of them, with her arms folded, frowning like a thunderstorm.
Let's go on with the game.
Okay. Well, Alice had to go on to new adventures. Which, yeah, gives me breathing room. She really needs to stop eating so many shrooms. Yeah, I guess she's a growing girl, but that was big. Okay. Wait, she can't hear me. Yeah, she's gone. Alright, so before we move on, I want to do a little bit more info on Alice in Wonderland. Our version is not based, it is the original story of Lewis Carroll. It's uncut, no edits have been made, no modifications. You can literally read this book, well, read our visual novel and the Alice Adventures in Wonderland book side by side, and they should be nearly identical, if not completely identical. But it wasn't just the text. No, we wanted to recreate the entire experience for the modern audience. So if you check this out, here's a picture of Lewis Carroll's drawing of the White Rabbit on the left, and Rachel's, our artist drawing of the White Rabbit on the right. She did a wonderful job with this illustration and artwork, and all our scenes, all our characters, they are based on Lewis Carroll's original drawings, original sketches and modifications. It really is worth checking out if you haven't. If you haven't experienced our visual novel before, definitely try out Alice in Wonderland. It's highly recommended by me. Not saying that the other ones aren't recommended either. It's just, I really enjoy working on Alice in Wonderland. This one was requested by our fans. That's right. If you have a suggestion or comment for a visual novel for us to come out with in the future, feel free to leave us a comment. If you like this video and you're watching this on YouTube, click the like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon for notifications. You can also contact us through Facebook, our Steam community, which will be active soon. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching our video. Good to see you again. And also you all as well. People that I haven't met before. Hopefully we can become good friends as well. Our visual novels are scheduled to be released this month. If something happens though, and it doesn't come out this month, it will come out in June of this year, 2019. But thank you again for all your help over the years. See you next time. Remember to stay cool and wax on and wax off. Bye.